This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
It's the Russell Reed Show.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. The Russell Reed Show. Joining me tonight is Vivian. How you doing, Viv?
Good. How are you?
Very well. And Samantha,
Hi.
Sam, Sammy. Go whatever. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well. How are your rides over?
The rides took about 9 minutes.
Oh,
so.
okay. Nice.
It was pretty good.
Viv, yours was just...
Mine was short, too, because I was already downtown.
Yeah, but,
Hanging out for Oh, well, yeah, from North Carolina. So I had a 9-hour drive to Ohio.
Nice.
That's
and
yesterday.
A lot different than 9 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna be all over the board with a bunch of different things. We're just gonna have a lot of fun tonight, and it's been an interesting week. Last week, you weren't, joining us from North Carolina. We had 16 consecutive days of rain.
That's what that's what my sister said. The house is leaking.
Yeah, and so this week, God blessed us with 4 or 5 days of nothing but 90-degree weather and ungodly humidity. And it's just, there's no hiding.
It's not as bad as North Carolina, or where I'm from in North Carolina.
Well, I have a surrogate mother that's down in Myrtle Beach, so I've been there in the summertime, and, it's been so hot the devil jumped up on the hickory stump and go, damn this, I'm going home. It's just, I sweat just turning the channels on the TV, and this is just awful.
This is a nice break. That's all I'm saying from where I'm from.
The humidity out there?
Oh, it's
worse?
just, it's like swamp area. So you can imagine wet, rain, sun.
Yeah, it's
bugs.
And
lots of them.
And Sam, you are a multitasker. You bartend, and you're also the promotional director at the Barley House.
Yes.
And one of them. One of them. There are several.
Oh yeah.
And what exactly? I know a lot of you all down there, and you always get decent talent down there. Well, how hard is it for you guys to get the acts and some of the stuff going on at your place?
Well, Barley House and all the owners, they have such a great reputation. And you can never, there's never a night where you go to Barley and something interesting doesn't happen. People just want to be there. So it's really not difficult whatsoever.
The drunkards are
there.
The best. I was down, I've 45 years old. I've given up that life. Mm-hmm. And I went down, a friend of mine, Wilkin Santiago's a professional fighter. He won a fight, and not going to name the club because, nothing against the club, but they have nothing to do with the show, so why give them any publicity? Mm-hmm. Went there, and my God, the humor.
At Barley?
No, just on the city streets. The guys and women your age are idiots. And I'm saying this with love, and you're shaking your head. Mm-hmm. Whoever invented what are those? It
wasn't a shake of disagreement, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Completely, yeah.
And this is what, with your two little ones, you're going to have to look forward to. Who was the idiot that invented those skinny jeans?
What do you mean? That's from the 80s coming back.
I never wore them. I'm a product of the 80s.
I did. I have a scar on my back of my heel somewhere from a zipper from the zipper. Remember,
okay.
They were so skinny that you had to use a zipper for the ankles.
Oh, no.
And
that was an 80s product. It's all come back now.
Okay. But the reason I'm saying this, it was February, cold. Dude had a decent physique on him. He decided to show off to all. He was jacketless. Yeah, he had one of those Under Armour things that, and skinny jeans. So he goes, I'm going to jump the fence. Never made it. Got caught on the thing and just went, and I just looked at him. I just shook my head. And yeah, those out there who watch professional wrestling, Ron Simmons always goes, damn! Basically look at him and didn't exactly say, damn. I used another colorful thing. Then a girl was trying to beat the crosswalk, and she had the suitcase that had the little handlebars on it. She was going fast, but the suitcase was going faster. Tripped, went face first, bounced off the ground, and we're all looking like, sweetie, you need to get up. And she was, the buses in Cleveland don't stop.
No, they don't.
And we're looking at like, everyone's pulling out their cell phones, hitting the video, because this could get real interesting.
They don't stop?
No.
You know somebody got hit by a bus in Lakewood, right?
I've been on a bus when it hit somebody.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. It was at Public Square.
Oh,
And
God.
it was one of these fluky...
They're not trains.
No.
I mean, you can stop.
Well,
There's a break.
What happened was the bus driver looked left, he looked right. And at the time he looked right, he started going forward. He never saw the lady trying to start, who was taking a run to beat the crosswalk. And he wasn't going fast. He was in the middle of a turn, smacked her, knocked her down. You just see groceries go flying.
Oh, no.
And literally 6 weeks later, we have talking buses. Did
you laugh?
Inside,
Yeah.
I was rolling.
It's funny now. She's fine.
Yeah, she was fine.
Yeah, it's
I
funny
mean,
now. It's not funny then.
The bus driver said, "Oh, hit," and put an S in front of it. I'm like, you think?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'll hit.
yeah,
With an S in front of it.
and it's just, people do stupid things. Last week, I believe, was the running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain. It takes a very special person, and there's hundreds that do it. For those who don't know out there, you line up in an alley, and the key word is an alley.
Closed off, right?
Closed off.
Closed
You can't go left, you can't go right, you can only go straight. And there's no exits. Then they open up this gate, and the best way to describe the moo-moos was, if you ever seen a Texas steer.
Yes.
1,200 pounds, lots of horns. And I don't know what they do with the cattle prod. I have no idea, but they come out. They come out of running. And the object is to... I really don't know what the object is. I honestly don't, because you're being chased by a bull. The object's pretty damn simple. Don't get trampled. But every year, somebody gets trampled.
But they have to go into it knowing that.
It's a mark of, what is it?
Manhood.
Manhood?
Manhood.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
mean, we were talking earlier about bungee jumping and skydiving. You can train for that. There's, limitations, but it's not like these bulls are domesticated.
Right.
You know what
But
I mean?
I bring this up because here in Cleveland, Ohio, well, usually you read news stories of someone getting gored, and it's everywhere else until it hits home. And the report I have was there's a guy that was from Cleveland, Ohio, trampled by a bull on Saturday. He's recovering favorably from a rectal perforation.
Ouch.
But he didn't
Ouch.
die.
More ouch.
What would you rather? Would you rather be killed by the bull or be recovering from what he is recovering from?
If you were to be impaled, where would you like to be impaled?
Yeah, that's a better question. It's odd that you say that, because at my age, I'm got the telescope thing in my not so near future. Like I've always said, that's exit only.
Yes.
I mean, it's they're visions.
But at least he didn't get the heart. I mean, you gotta look positive, right? Wasn't the heart, and that will heal.
You're very optimistic.
Would you rather be dead or wear a diaper the rest of your life?
Well, that will heal. You only need so many of your
You pull off a
intestines
diaper.
anyway.
You do a diaper?
Could pull it off.
Yeah.
Make it work.
I don't think he'll need a diaper for that long. Well, colostomy bag until that heals, and then he will be fine.
But would you would fart? Would it sound like a fart, or would it just go like a just?
Wait, what's wrong with that?
I
Well,
have no idea.
I mean, you could. I mean,
Ooh, now I see what you're saying with the
Right.
muscles down there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, a horn's. There was no lube. It was a horn. It has a point, and the bulls are going at full speed. And if you ever watch
What
the
was this
video,
guy in Cleveland, or what was it in Ohio? What was he doing anyway? Was he on the ranch? I mean, was it
no, honey, it's in the middle of a city.
No, he went over there.
He went over there.
Oh.
He ran with them. He wanted to test his manhood. He was one of thousands to try to run from the bulls. I mean, there was
I'm
a
sorry for his manhood.
yeah. There was a woman that was had a lung that got kind of punctured by a bullhorn, and they lower their heads and they will throw a person.
do
And
people train for these? Like they train for marathons? You think?
If you're smart enough,
Yeah.
okay,
this does not. Liquid courage is not exactly training for it.
if you're ever out in the wilderness, and this is the honest God truth, there's a bunch of you. You see a bear running at you. All you have to do is be faster than the slowest person. That goes without saying with the running of the bulls. It doesn't matter how fast you are. Just make sure your ass is in the front of the line. Because the people at the back of the line are the first to get the horns. Yeah.
Are recovering?
That's how they are in like
Yeah,
La
they're
Jolla,
the ones
San
that recover.
San
Everyone's
Diego.
recovering right now.
That's how they are in San Francisco. Well, not San Francisco. No, San Diego. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
In,
San
La
Francisco,
Jolla.
that's a whole nother story.
Well,
and
there's seals out there, but no, they're swimming, and it's just like, oh, well, there's like a little area where like the seals all mate and stuff, and I'm like, well, and all that brings is sharks. So what?
and horny seals.
So as long as you're, I don't want to talk about that, but anyway, but it's like so long as you're not the one that they get. I mean, it's like your safety in numbers. Hopefully they'll pick out somebody off first before they pick off you, and I'm like,
But seals swim
I like
faster
Cleveland
than people.
For that reason, there's no sharks in Lake Erie. What?
Not so fast.
What do you mean? When did they get a shark in Lake Erie?
It's just we have not
Not a
talked.
shark, but
we have-
freshwater something.
We have not talked in a couple days, correct?
No.
Okay.
Why would happen?
I was I was at work and I'm just you cut cheese all day. Nope. Go ahead, do the jokes. I've heard them all. And you're bored. It's 35 degrees in there, so your mind wanders. The bull shark, nasty little thing, eats anything. They're the only shark that could go from saltwater to freshwater. People have caught,
brackish fish?
huh?
Bracket, like fresh and.
Yeah, people have caught a bull shark as high up as St. Louis. So if you
What, in
cut
the Mississippi River? Or?
in the Mississippi River, so if you follow the Mississippi,
Wow, it does go. to the
it
Great
does
Lakes.
hook the Great Lakes, and it would be a journey, but then it'll get cold and it would die. But there is a way a bull shark could migrate to Cleveland. I mean,
Eventually.
What do you mean?
Fingers crossed.
You mean too cold? I mean.
yeah, the water freezes over, and sharks tend to be a little bit warm weather, kind of,
Are they? I wouldn't think so. It's pretty cold in the ocean.
But the ocean doesn't freeze. Okay,
That's 'cause it's salt water.
yeah,
Salt water takes a lot longer to freeze.
Yeah,
than fresh
I-
water.
Yeah, you hear everybody just smacking their heads over there going, oh, he's an idiot. I am.
It does freeze. Have you seen, the polar caps? Sorry.
But there's glaciers.
Yeah, but it's really cold there.
Thank you.
Salt water will freeze, but it has to be colder than 32 degrees.
As long as there's no bull sharks in Lake Erie.
But speaking of Lake Erie, they always like, make sure you do segues. If there's a sign that says do not swim, why would you swim? What was it?
Why would you run from a bull in an alley?
Well, that's manhood. There have been, I thought I read 4 people that have gone missing in Lake Erie from Ashtabula down to Edgewater.
Currents?
Yeah. And what I don't understand is, the Coast Guard does what the Coast Guard does. But if you're close to shore, why are they like half mile out looking? I mean, you would kind of think that you would go where the currents would go.
Where they went missing.
And it's just one of those. If you have a question or comment, give us a call.
Doesn't current take you out?
Give us a call at 888-668-0742. That's 888-668-0742. Back to my little news stories.
I just know down in the flats, the river there, that current's pretty bad. Undertow will take you under.
I didn't know that.
Okay, and going over, I told Sammy this story. I saw it on my way over here, so I saved it. I'll get the names here, but they were from New Braunfels, Texas. They went to a 440-room resort, and there was at the bottom of it, they booked the room online, and they asked for what you would like in the room. Just taking into consideration, honeymoons and what you like. And this gentleman said, what I would like are 3 red M&Ms, one for me, one for my girlfriend, and one for us to share in the middle of the night. I love bacon. I want a picture of bacon on my bed. And he hit send, booked it down the road. And, he goes, really? Who's going to ever do that? They walk into the room, look on the nightstand, 3 red M&Ms. His girlfriend looks over on the bed, taps him on the shoulder. There's a picture of bacon. And they were floored.
Where was this at?
I didn't minimize it the way I wanted to. Well, you said
Where
I
in
saw
Texas?
They were from Texas. He said I saw the 3 red M&Ms there, and I honestly confused me. So, and they laughed about it, and when they checked out, he never gave them a tip.
Oh no!
And so he's
that picture of bacon was probably the biggest pain.
Yeah, and there are on the site there was they took on their cell phone pictures of the M&Ms and a picture of the bacon on the bed, and he felt terrible about it. And
you could send a check.
Yeah, so what he did, he went on social media, and just complimented him, said it was an incredible stay. And what he wanted was the 3 red M&Ms, and they did it, posted the pictures. Wouldn't you know that hotel got 80,000 requests for it, and they were just floored by it, and they gave him a free stay for a week, comp.
Wow.
In a town hall.
In the townhouse. In the townhouse.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, talking about, things. I mean, we've all heard stories, and in the music business, I want all red M&Ms. I want this. I want that, and that's where he got the idea. He goes, I didn't want to go overboard, but I wanted to do something kind of stupid.
What would you guys request?
I don't know.
And remember, honey, this is a PG show.
Well, no, I was going to say chocolate cheese.
And
Particular kind, though, because I like dark chocolate.
And the last time someone sent you chocolate, what happened to it? It was chocolate-covered strawberries, I believe.
Actually, I did get chocolate-covered strawberries for my birthday this year.
Yeah, but that wasn't what you had told us before.
No. I used to have a P.O. box. I only went to it once a month, and someone sent me chocolate. And by the time I got it, it was for Christmas. 2 weeks later, it was molded. It's gross.
Yeah, so guys, if you want to send Vivian anything non-perishable,
yes,
cans, plastic flowers, because
plastic flowers.
How romantic.
Yeah, well, hey, if it's going to send a P.O. box for a month,
Well, they didn't know they were sending it to a P.O. box. It was a UPS store, so it had an address.
But wouldn't there be...
But my one friend who did have my address did send me chocolate-covered strawberries. Oh my God, they were so good. They were like the size of your fist. They were so good. They were awesome.
And how well did that go?
Real quick, Russell.
Yes.
But usually, don't they at the post office or even those UPS stores, don't they call you like you got stuff in your mailbox that's been there for like 3 months, you might want to come get it.
Oh, yes, normally they do, but they knew that I go out of town quite a bit, so...
You still would get a phone call.
No.
Not necessarily true.
No, they knew, no, because I told them ahead of time that I can't pick it up all the time. I leave town for like 2-3 months at a time, and they said they were fine with holding it. I talked to the owner.
And the funny part
So yes,
about
they do, but they didn't because of it's a special request.
Okay, and because you're down in Fayetteville, being a Clevelander, we had an interesting news story, which I'll just enlighten you of.
Okay.
The Indians closer, Chris Perez, got in a little bit of trouble. He and his wife liked the Chronic, and they had it mailed to him.
Dumb.
Not the brightest thing. So not hearing the entire news story, and that's on me. And, you know, I was talking to my father, and I'm just like, what kind of idiot would send it to? I said, that's got to be some good weed. Because if they smelled it through a box, damn. You know, that's the greenest of the green, the stickiest of the stickiest. I mean, someone had a squeal on them. No, they used the dog's name. It was addressed to their dog. And their postman noticed that and then smelled the smell, and that's how he got into trouble. He sent it to Fido Perez. I'm assuming, don't know what the dog's name is, but...
But hey, that would be kind of interesting. How much could you get in trouble if it's not even registered to anybody particular?
We're both looking, Sam and I look at it like,
wait, yeah, you
huh,
know what?
yeah.
There's nobody here but the dog. I mean, really?
It's not
I
their
mean,
name, you know.
That's not legal. It's
Okay,
a
maybe
dog.
that was a little bit brighter than we thought, because, yeah, I mean, just, was it a couple days ago? And Chris, you posted this.
Unless they hit their last name on it.
Yeah.
Technically, it's kind of like, I don't know.
It could be a joke. Like Chris posted on the webpage, I believe it was a 6-year-old girl that bought a car.
What?
She was on her father's cell phone, got on eBay, hit the wrong button, purchased a car.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
I can see how that could happen. Do you know what my niece did to my
By just
brother?
pressing
Yeah,
a
but the
button.
car was $40,000. And it was on eBay.
He must have had a very big credit card.
Well, if it's on eBay, you automatically win. It doesn't matter if you have a credit card or not. It's if you're the highest bidder, you're responsible for that bid.
Oh, that's
and
true.
that's what happened. And the little girl was playing around with Daddy's phone and decided to go on eBay on the app that he had on his phone and bought a $40,000 piece of junk car that now he has to put another $75,000 just to make it work.
Now, do websites like that save your credit card information? Like,
Yeah, they do,
Yeah.
but that's not with eBay. eBay, you have to sign something if you're going to purchase big orders, and evidently, you do that at the beginning of registration when you sign up for eBay.
Well, wait a minute. I had something that I bought, and I realized it was the wrong size. I won a bid, and it was the wrong size. And I kindly asked the lady. I said, I know you probably want to get more money for this anyway, but it doesn't fit me. Is there any way? And she's like, oh, that's fine. I'll just do this, whatever. And eBay will take like half the money off to relist it. So she was fine about it. I mean,
Yeah, but that depends on the seller, because the
that's
seller
true.
can turn around and go, I don't care. You bid it on it. I want the full price.
And
oh wow.
there need to be support groups for people on eBay. I mean, you have AA, you have NA, you have GA for Gamblers Anonymous. You need eBay A. My old roommate,
I just bought a bunch of stuff off eBay.
yeah, my roommate drove me nuts for a summer. It was his house, but I mean, I'd go sit down. Don't sit on that couch. I'm like, dude, why? It's on auction on eBay.
what?
I'm like, what? So I go to put a DVD. You can't use that DVD. It's on eBay. I'm like, okay, show me what's in the house that's not on eBay.
Did he ever try and auction any of your stuff?
To answer this question, I'll say this: when people ask me for my Social Security number, I say it out loud. They're like, aren't you afraid someone's going to steal your identity? I'm like, they can't do any worse than I've already done. Only thing they could do is make it better. And the crap that I have, you could get some money for, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, my if anything of value that I have in this world is not on my person, it's over at my parents' house. You know, and every time I go over there, I hear it. When are you going to get this crap out of here? I'm like,
When
well,
somebody steals my identity.
yeah. Well, John was selling everything, and I didn't want it to be taken. It's crap. What's my crap?
Do you know what? That happened to a model friend of mine. She went to a convention, came home. Her roommate has been pocketing her money for like 2 months or 3 months, sold all of her stuff. She came home, and the only thing she had to wear or whatever was the clothes she took to the convention. She lost her apartment, all because her roommate was doing drugs, and of course, lost everything and sold all of her stuff.
Nice. There's love.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nothing
Best
but
friends forever.
yeah, BFFs. I mean, really, and you know, I don't know. I mean, there have been stories. There was a girl in Lorraine that pulled this stunt off, and I'm still trying to. They talked about it for about a day, then you never heard any more about it. She stole her mother's credit card, and well, she left the house with the credit card, an A cup. She came back to the house.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I heard about this.
Yeah, a D cup. She bought implants, and mom filed charges. And someone told me, I don't know how true it is, that if you get work done, you could put it on a payment plan. Well, cars are on payment plans, motorbikes, boats, houses. And if you don't make payments, they come and take it. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know, I'm actually from that area, and I've never heard that story before, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for my friends out in Lorraine, but damn.
So what happened with her? Don't know.
Don't know. I mean, every news station brought it up. The paper brought it up, told the story about it, squashed it.
Wow.
I mean, a couple months ago, Ron Jeremy had a stroke and a heart attack. He was in critical condition. Nothing after that.
Yeah.
At least with the Randy Travis story, you know, last I heard, he woke up, but never heard anything beyond that. I mean, they'll run with it so long.
Right.
There was an update on Randy.
Yeah, is he back awake or is he unconscious again?
No, he's doing a lot better now.
Okay, and he got some weird blood disorder, and it shut his heart down.
Ron Jeremy?
Yeah.
No, Randy Travis.
Randy Travis. Oh, okay.
And last week's guest, Alex Russo, goes, "Where do you come up with your news stories?" I go, I usually pop on Yahoo or News Source, and I see a name, and it triggers something. And I showed her, Randy Travis. I go, just looking at that, first thing will pop in my mind, he got drunk again and was wandering around nude. Because he had 2 arrests like that. Someone rolled up on him. He was naked laying in the middle of the road. Yeah. So that's what I thought. And Chris said, no, he had, he's in critical condition. Then I went home and read, it was just a weird series of things that happened to him. And he finally, he got well, woke up. But it's just, that's how I come up with these. I just go.
But didn't you feel like an ass after I told you?
Oh, I felt like a giant ass. I mean, I looked at it and go, there's a non-news story. Whoops. I mean, I just, I hope he does well because, I've never met the man, but all the interviews I've seen, nice guy and all that. We are going to take our break. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. We'll see you guys real soon at the end of the break. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching the Msc Radio Show.
Following message is for those with a credit score of 800 and below. Who wouldn't want better credit? Did you ever wonder how different life would be from just having a higher credit score? Are you tired of being turned down for any kind of loan or only offered high interest rates because your credit score is holding you prisoner? Life doesn't have to be that way anymore with access to Turnscor. score. By increasing your credit score only 50 to 100 points, it can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over just a 5 to 10 year period. It can be the difference in getting approved for a personal loan, business loan, high limits on credit cards, a brand new car lease, or even a home mortgage. We see so many ads from companies that give us our credit score, but once we get our credit score, what are they going to do to actually repair your credit? Unfortunately, nothing. Until now, Turnscor is the first automated credit repair platform that is simple, safe, and secure. You'll be empowered right from the comfort of your own computer, so you can challenge and repair your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. Turnscor is specifically developed with you in mind. There's no more need for an attorney, credit repair companies, or credit counseling. More importantly, no more need for paying higher fees. Turnscor will help you get back on track and get the buying power you need. So whether you have bad credit, average credit, or even good credit, Turnscor is helping turn lives around one credit score at a time. Go to turnscor.com and enter the promo code MSC20 and get $20 off your purchase. That's TURNSCOR.com. 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 Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and store monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. studio.paulmarv.com. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the place for you. Stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more.
I can almost taste it.
Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs.
So damn good.
If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Russell Reed Show. Stevie Wonder, little superstition. If you're a Stevie Wonder fan and your state has a self-defense law, you ain't going to see them ever again. We want to give a shout-out to Chris from Jolly Old England. He commented on Viv's shorts. Thanks for checking us out. Thank you. England. Let's see. God, you're up late. Thank you. Okay. During the break, I asked you, beautiful ladies, if you heard, and when I bring this up, it will probably click a light bulb. Oh, like an idiot, I didn't put it down. The Asiatic flight that crashed in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Didn't hear about it.
Okay,
Really?
well, it was a plane crash in San Francisco.
Was it last week, I think?
Yeah, last week. Everybody walked away.
Oh God, that's awesome.
Yeah, not a problem for.
I stopped breathing there for a
Yeah.
second. I'm like, what?
But the shitstorm started a couple of days ago. It was flight 214. A reporter from KTVU did her noon broadcast.
I have audio if you want it.
Oh yes, by God!
What'd she do?
Oh, you will hear. It is a classic prank. It is.
Also on the plane crash, KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao. The NTSB has confirmed these are the names of the pilots on board Flight 214 when it crashed. We are working to determine exactly what roles each of them played during the landing on
What do you mean
Saturday.
roles? Who got her to say those things
Now-
on national TV and she didn't notice?
Well, it wasn't national TV; it was local TV, but it's still across the bay.
My God.
The news station, CNN affiliate, later
you not catch
apologized
that?
on air
I
on
know,
its
right?
website. The airline called the reporting demeaning and said they're reviewing possible legal action.
Yeah. Nobody can just laugh at anything anymore.
No.
There's always something illegal.
It's. I mean, what people. I guess the story goes they actually reviewed it, called this person. I'm not quite sure. I think he was with the National Safety Transportation Board, or was an intern and thought it would be cute. And they never double checked or did whatever their due diligence was. And
well, then that's their fault.
Yeah.
I've actually met somebody with like a weird name like that, but all three of them being weird like that, yeah, I doubt it.
Well,
that's planted.
I played it for people, and they're like, it has to be planted way too low. Holy fook. After the first one, you had to know. Yeah. But what happens is they have a teleprompter in front of them. Mm-hmm. Even though they have paper there, the paper is blank. They just kind of.
No, the paper's not blank.
Oh, it's not blank?
No, they got stuff on it.
Okay. But they're reading off a teleprompter. All you have to do is like you saw in the Jim Carrey movie, Bruce Almighty. Mm-hmm. All you need is get somebody on the teleprompter and put in what they want, and they're not going to think. They're just going to read.
Well, they have that on Anchorman too. It's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
My whole thing about it is that you have a guy in the back that does production, and he put the graphic together. And when he showed it on the screen, the first thing would pop up in my mind was, these names are fake. Why am I putting these up there? And then you have the anchor that's reading it, and I would read it before I even said it, on the air, and I'm like, no, I'm not saying this crap on the air. There's no way. And then, then you've got the producer in the back that actually is pushing the issue of getting it on the air, and he didn't see it. He didn't do it. And then you got the teleprompter guy that actually had to type it, like Russell said, to get it up there. And there's like 5 people that missed the whole joke. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this generation? Have you ever watched like Bart Simpson or something?
Yeah, and then she did an on-air apology, and it was just like, I was just
made her apologize.
Probably, yeah.
Oh man.
But I've been like, just leave it alone. But it hit YouTube. It went viral.
Oh.
And at that point, and I'm not trying to be that kind of guy, but most Asians would not. I mean, out in that area, I had a cousin that lived out there. They do have, because there's a heavy population of Japanese and Chinese living in that area. They have their own little things they probably weren't even, brought up to it. They probably didn't even notice because it's at noon. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like the 6, 7, or 11, 10, whatever, the late night prime time stuff. It was at noon. But the video, she's reading it and was real happy about it, and you would think she would get a Scooby-Doo look like,
Right.
After Way Too Whoa came out, something had to have clicked in her mind.
Maybe she was behind it the whole time. You don't know.
I'm trying to remember if she was blonde or not.
No, she wasn't. But
what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
What color is my hair, Maria? If I had hair?
Blonde.
Yeah. So, I mean,
all right, I guess.
Yeah, I could go there because I
But the thing was, Russell, the intern was the one that took the call from the NTSB. That's what they're saying.
Oh, they're blaming it on
blame it on the gopher
intern kid that is helping out the.
That doesn't get paid a dime.
No, they're doing it for college credit. And this poor kid probably lost his internship.
Probably lost more than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
his name's not in the news, so maybe.
Yeah, not. And
I don't know. I think he would. I think he would go far because there'd be some sadistic person out there that actually would hire him to be a full-time person here at a station. I'd hire him.
Yeah, he's clever. I mean,
that's true.
If you think about it, to
I
mean, to take a plane crash. Luckily, everybody walked away. But to come up with these names, I don't know how quick it happened, but he came up with them and got it through a lot of people. And
I'm talking about he's from the airport. He talked to them, or he was the intern from
the intern from the station.
Oh, okay.
And somebody the story goes, someone from the National Safety Transportation Board called them, or he called them, some way he was contacted, and these names came up, and he wrote them down, did whatever he had to do, turned it over, and it went down the chain and got finally read on the air.
Maybe somebody was getting fired or something, or getting rid of, so they just like, hey, one last hurrah before I leave.
We were talking about that, and as I was telling Samantha during the break, I'm a graduate of Kinston High School out in Geauga County. Congratulations, Kinston. I applaud you. I heard you were ranked in the top 10 of best schools in the country.
Nice.
Good job. We were one of 5 high schools in the country that had a fully functional FM radio station. That's how I got my start, and we wrote our own news for the people for the news readers to read, and their job was to pre-read everything. And I'm sitting in the break room, and I'm watching Brian Kahn. I think it was Brian Kahn or Greg Schutzman, one of them. And they're just sitting there. I'm just watching them. Then he picks up his papers, go reads the news. Next day I watch him, sits there, go reads the news. And cardinal rule is you pre-read. So a bunch of us said, let's get him. And we wrote a story about the death of Fred Flintstone. And just like her, he was all about it, real prim, proper. And we buried it in the middle of all the news. He starts reading it, then the light bulb came on. Whole demeanor just changed. Then at the end
he had the Scooby-Doo look at least.
Yeah, he had, but no one was able. This is the '80s. We didn't have the internet, and it was like, And at the very end of it was, this is what happens when I don't pre-read the news. And God bless him, he read the whole script and did that, and we're in the room just laughing. And from that day on, not only did he, but everybody double-checked. They're like, where's Russell? Where's Brian? We're the 2 writers. And they're like, they haven't been in yet. Okay, this news is good. But, all it takes is, she probably had copy in front of her, pre-read it, then he's popped it in there. I'm defending her, is kind of what I'm trying to do. But I know better. I know she looked at it, had to have looked at it. Mm-hmm. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now,
she didn't run it together. Like someone did that once when I was at driver's ed one time, because he would just let anybody answer the phone when he was in class. And she came over, and it was just like the Bart Simpson thing, and she said something. She was like, oh, because she said it quick, when made it sound like what it should have been. And she's like, ran back, and she's like, no one's there. So the teacher had this thing, he would give you a Airhead candy if you were.
Well,
yeah. So he threw an Airhead candy, and she's just like, we're all like, stupid, you answer the phone. And
well, there's now it's a big franchise locally, pizza chain. I was working there, and I usually don't answer the phones. And I answered the phone, and I said, thank you for calling, and gave our competition's name. And I'm like, and I hung up, and the owner looked at me. Carla's like, I'm like, I don't know where that came from. I hate their pizza. I don't know what I.
Did it sound similar though?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and it was just, I don't know. Now, this next news story is from a law firm. It was an Australian law firm. And there was a workers' comp claim. It went through 3 levels of court. And first she lost, then was overturned, she won. Then, of course, being the judicial system, no one can handle a loss. So they retried it, and she won again. Well, how she got hurt was unique. Forgive parents who are listening. She and her mate were having wild I would say, jungle sex. He decided to be Tarzan, and I guess she was going to be Jane, and he was swinging from the chandelier.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They actually tried this?
He did.
In a home?
Motel, where she worked.
Were there 3 red M&Ms?
No three red M&Ms. But the problem was, it's like an elevator. 200 or 2,500 pounds or 13 people. You know, they're warnings. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the chandelier's maybe weight limit was, let's just say, 150 pounds. And
it weighed 100 already?
And Tarzan was maybe 220. So in the middle of his, snaps. He goes one way, the chandelier falls on her.
Oh, man.
And yeah, I could be here for the last 10 minutes going over how and why. You know, it is technically workers' comp, but she got paid. Got paid well.
But she's technically on the job? And
No, she was off the clock. And it wasn't even...
She was off the clock?
I was off the clock. It was... Forgive me, it wasn't her motel where she worked at, but it was an affiliate of her motel where she worked at. It's owned by it was a parent company.
I don't know about workman's comp, but maybe, I don't know, disability for a while or.
And it's on when you go on to Yahoo, they have the little news stories that said, I think it was chandelier sex or something. No, a friend of mine sent it to me, and what I'll do, I don't think I erased it. I'll post it on my wall on Facebook for everybody to see it. And it's just
dumb.
When I say descriptive, it talks about the laws, how the workers' comp, how it fits and works, and all that.
Was that here?
Australia.
Oh, okay.
The land down under.
At least it wasn't our country.
Land down under for a reason.
Yeah.
You get made fun of.
They didn't videotape it? I bet you would have been different if they did.
Yeah, different case.
Completely.
I don't want to do that.
Now, did they admit to that? Or did somebody just find that out?
She was hurt, and I'm sure there's ambulances. I don't think she was going anywhere. She just had a ceiling land on her.
Yeah. Yeah, she can't really lie after that.
No. There's no getting out of that one.
I'm setting this other story up. You guys ever... this is from NBC News. You ever... you're asleep. You have pets and they jump on you?
Yeah.
Or, in your case, kids come running in?
Oh, I've got 2 cats.
Okay. A cow.
What?
A moo-moo. A heifer.
Are we talking about a house pet, or like you're
No,
outside and...
No. A cow falls on a man and kills him. This is a bizarre accident making headlines in the news today. A cow falls on a man after coming right through the roof. The cow falls 8 feet onto the bed where the man and wife were sleeping.
No.
Yeah. If you think a cow falling through the roof is an isolated incident, think again. The cow falls on a man story is just one of 3 times in 3 years that a cow crashed to the roof of a home in rural region of Brazil.
Okay. Not to get all Wizard of Oz on you, but how does...
In Brazil, do they have fields on top of their houses
like
or something?
high winds, tornadoes?
Do they have like flat roofs and put grass? I mean...
Twister.
That was my other question.
Home?
I'm like, was there a tornado involved?
It didn't say that. As you can see, that's the base of the news story from a couple of days ago. That's all it said. We have cows
in Brazil.
Yeah, I mean,
do they live inside like a hill, like Bill Bowen? What is it from Lord of the Rings? Babe, would they like live in that?
Frodo
he passed
Baggins?
away,
Yeah,
right?
that's it. Fredo.
You said he passed away.
Dead.
What would you put on a gravestone? Like,
Boo.
right.
I guess he didn't.
Mover.
Yeah, he didn't move. But I'm thinking hillside, house on the bottom,
Has to be.
and cow tipping falls, rolls, and
So that's why it's illegal, because it actually kills people. Cow tipping. Have you ever
cow
been cow
tipping
tipping?
breaks the ribs too.
Does it really?
At least that's what I've been told. Never done it. Wanted to, never did it. Never
go.
tried.
Cow tipping?
Let's go to Brazil.
Yeah, I just another weird news story. I'm not going to give the gentleman's name.
Oh, that's no fun.
Well, I can't pronounce it.
Well, that could be fun.
He was in the capital of India. Escaping my mind. I'm not going to pull it up. We got about 5 minutes left. Mother Nature called.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
She always does.
He did not have to take a squat. He had to stand.
I see where this might be going.
No. Okay. Where do you think it's going?
Electric fence?
No.
Oh.
Worse.
Would have been funny.
What?
Snake. And it latched.
Yeah.
And he got to the hospital.
I'm glad I'm a female.
That's not 1,000 Ways to Die, but it's like in the water. And things swim up
luckily.
and ate him through.
Luckily, he lived, but they had to surgically remove said snake from said snake. He's now scarred, but at least he has a clever and unique story to
never tell his kid.
To never tell his kid.
Why he sits down when he goes to the bathroom?
Yeah, and that was I got that from msn.com. So
was this in the U.S. too or no?
India.
Oh.
Which is, they don't exactly have running water.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not like here where
So
exposing
it's
yourself outside
basically a hole in
is,
the ground, and
bad.
And that was, India has enough problems. I mean, you were telling us 25 children were...
Yeah, 25, I heard this on Rush Limbaugh on the way here yesterday, that 25 kids in India died eating school lunches.
I mean, I know...
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I know school lunches suck, but damn.
God.
Same school or throughout the country?
I don't know. It was only like a blurb. Like, it was like part of it wasn't part of the talk. It was part of like the commercials. So I was like, oh my God, really? Because I was just surfing through channels at the time.
I could think of...
I was mortified. I'm like, I could never imagine sending my kids off to school. They have the school lunches. It was free school lunches. And 25 kids
I know what happened.
passed.
It was sent to their P.O. box, and they didn't get to it for a month.
Not my P.O. box. It's
Yeah.
for safety purposes. If you want to go and hang out and stalk my P.O. box all day, go have fun.
Yeah, and,
If somebody brings me chocolate, I mean, hey.
and poor Sam, I mean, this is normal for you and I. She agreed to do this, and...
Non-perishable chocolate is fine.
We're talking about a man getting bit on his wee-wee by a snake, a woman getting... a guy getting a prostate exam by a bullhorn.
Ew.
I mean, she's like, what did I get myself
Poor
into?
guys. Oh, no.
So what do you got? What's going on with... we got 2 minutes left. What you got going on with barley?
Oh, I love barley. I go there. I'm there all the time, but mainly on Wednesday and Friday nights. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I take my girls up there. We have fun. We do crazy things.
Okay, guys, I will ask.
I'll see you up there dancing. I know you should.
girls.
I know you've been dying to come and dance on the tables. I know you have been.
I'm 225 pounds. You don't want my ass on those tables because they'll just go...
What is Barley's? It's not the old Funky Buddha, is it? Where they have the stripper poles?
Oh no,
Okay. 'Cause
She broke the stripper poles.
I don't know
They're in
where
her bedroom
Barley's
now.
is. I'm like,
it's on West 6th Street in Cleveland, downtown.
It wasn't the Funky Buddha? Wasn't that on?
How long have you been out of town?
Well, technically, I only moved out like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, almost. But technically, I haven't really been around the Cleveland area for almost 10 years.
Lots changed.
Yeah.
We got about a minute left. Viv.
Oh, I'm gonna go and hang out with my sister down at New Orleans. I think it's called New Orleans. It's a little bar that's on West 142nd and Lorraine Road, right across the street from Burger King. So if anybody wants to come and have a drink with me and my sister's bartending, Christina, you can go there.
Good bartender. Pours heavy.
she's awesome.
We're out of time. I thank you, Viv.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Tell your husband. Thank you very much for the service to our country.
Thank you.
I hope he's in Texas doing his training. God bless him, his brothers in the service, and
sisters.
And the sisters. Thank you for everything they did. Our heart goes out to you and all the military wives. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in the Russell Reed Show. If you want to catch us again, we'll be on my website, russellreedshow.com, and on YouTube. Check us out. Peace. See you next week.
Never say